Wrong, 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 wrong. You fools. I remember this one. Are you sure? I am very sure. Ha ha! I paid attention to the lore, you smelly freak. They're gonna kill me. That guy's gonna kill me in particular. He's gonna murder us all. All right, let's check this guy. There we go, homies. Ooh, you're the first contestants I've seen in a while. You must want the sun and moon stones. Sun and moon ain't that a Pokemon? If that's the case, then you must compete against me. If you win, I'll let you through, where the stones rest. However, if you lose, you will suffer a terrible fate. And by terrible, I mean awful. Well, thank you. I appreciate the explanation. Ooh-ha-ha. So, what do you want to do? This reminds me of a scene from One Punch Man, where I think they call him Kamen Rider, where... No, I think Kamen Rider's different. Kamen Rider? I don't remember his name. Where he goes, it's not about winning or losing. It's about taking you on here and right now. And then proceeds to get the crud beat out of him. However, I will say he is a pretty rad homie, though. That guy is really cool. We're gonna take you on, you smelly freak. Hoo-ha-ha. You're in for it now. Whoa. Whoa! Yo! Cool. Hey, it's that time again. Welcome, everyone, to the 65th Trivial Quiz Off. What the quad? We're out of here. I don't know. If you correctly answer 5 of the following questions, you'll win, but get 3 wrong and you'll suffer. Now, for the first question, what's hidden in Schwank Fortress? I don't freaking know. I ain't gonna lie. I will say if he sets the record straight that this that his goal isn't to win, but to simply try. And then gets the snot beat out of him, then by his pre-established standard, he succeeded. He really did. In the show, he ends up like the One Punch Man ends up complimenting him about it and stuff, because it's like, and funnily enough, even though he got the crud beat out of him, he bought enough time for like One Punch Man to show up there and to beat the crud out of the guy who was beating everybody up and stuff. So even though he got the crud beat out of him, he was still a very good person about that, you know. Whoa, Mario got new glasses? He really did. It's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I do say, my dear friend, the new glasses are possible. I like that there's one called Pickle Stone. Sun and Moon Stones. Sun and Moon Stones. Is that your real answer? Are you sure? Yes. Yeah! Arg, that's correct, dude. We're gonna win, bro. We're so cool. We know how to play this game. We're awesome, bro. That question was too easy. But yeah, it only gets harder from here. Much harder. So prepare yourself. On to question 2. You're a natural at answering that question. Thank you. I appreciate it, dude. I honestly think I can win big right here. I ain't gonna lie. Wheel of Fortune is crazy. What do 1 mushroom and 1 flower cost at the shop in Petalburg? Total. Gonna be honest with you, homies. I haven't bought anything from the shop, and it's been a week since I went into that shop. 8 is not the answer. I think it's 10. I think it's 10 because I don't think they both cost. They both don't cost 6. I definitely know that. It's got to be 8. No, it's got to be 10. Because they both don't cost 4. It's got to be 10. Deductive reasoning says 10. We're going to say 10. 10 coins. Is that your real answer? Are you sure? Yes. I'm going to freaking die. I'm gonna freaking lose. They're gonna kill me, homies. All right, dude. This is like Squid Game, bro. This is literally like Squid Game right now. Hoo-ha-ha. Wrong, 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 wrong. You fools. Remember, if you get 3 wrong, you're going to suffer like you wouldn't believe. That's literally like, this is Squid Games right now. I ain't gonna lie. If this were LOL trivia, would it be Wheel of Misfortune? Probably. I agree. I think it would be. This is Wheel of Misfortune at the moment. Hoo ha ha. Don't let the pressure get to you. So I gotta do the showman voice. Moving on. Question 3. What is the name of the mayor of Petalburg? Oh, I know this one. It's Koopa Coot. No. It's not Moopa. It's not Bertle. It's either Koopa Coot or Croup. I think it's Croup. I don't think his name would be Koopa Coot. That doesn't make sense. Like, I remember him only having one name. I think it's Croup. It's got to be Croup. Because I was talking to people. Let's see. Croup. Is that your real answer? Are you sure? Yeah! Yeah! Hard. That's correct. That question was too easy, but it only gets much harder and harder from here, much further. So prepare yourself. We're not done yet, folks. Question 4. Tell me now, where is the Crystal Star? Homie, I don't freaking know. I ain't gonna lie, not Rogueport. Hooktail Castle. I remember that's Hooktail Castle. I remember that. Hooktail Castle. I remember this one. Are you sure? I am very sure. Ha ha! I paid attention to the lore, you smelly freak. The only thing I got it wrong was because of the freaking money, bro. I'm a lore man. I'm not a money man. I ain't gonna lie. That question was too easy. No, that freaking was for me because I paid attention. But if people weren't paying attention, it'd be different. Also, it's been a week, so it wasn't an easy question. All right, let's see. So prepare yourself. Are you ready for the diabolical question number 5? How can one get from Rogueport to Petal Meadows? I already know this. Not a boat across the sea. Maybe by air, but it's through a pipe. It's literally through a pipe. This is easy, bro. I only messed up because of the money. Yeah, all I remember about the item prices, thinking these are more expensive than I thought they'd be. And if I recall, the mushroom and flower are different prices. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, that makes sense now that I think about it, because like I was sitting there thinking it'd be 10, but like I remember I think the mushroom was like 4, but I'm guessing the flower is probably like 6 or like 7 or something. I think it's going through the pipe because I went through a pipe. If it says by air, I'm gonna eat cactus. Yes, that's my answer. Yeah, I am a legend, bro. Right again. Tell me you didn't just get your tell me you didn't get your 4th answer. It can't be true. I did, bro. I did. That's it. I'm making the rest of these near impossible. Get ready for brain pain. Okay. On to question 6. Yeah. Maybe something like either way more than 10, apparently. Okay, yeah, you're right. It definitely had to be more than 10 if it wasn't 10. Excuse me, sorry. Which of the following characters can be found in Petalburg? Well... Koopa Troopas? It'd be Koopa Troopas, because I didn't see any Goombas there. I don't even know what the Bald Cleft is. I don't even know what a Fuzzy is, so... Koopa Troopas. Because it was filled with that. It was literally filled with that. That's baby mode. Ha! Get wrecked, Sonny Jim. I ain't gonna lie. No! Ard, that's right! You correctly answered 5 questions. I don't believe it. You win. Wow. And here I was thinking we're gonna get into problems. So very angry! I can't believe I lost! I guess I have to let you through, stupid rules. Let's see, Bald Clefts, I think, are little rock guys. Okay, cool. Fuzzies are bouncy squiggly guys. Okay. Well, that was easy. W new glasses. Thank you, homie. Thank you. I wish they didn't reflect every light known to mankind on there. Like, I have to look down to look normal again. But, like, if I look up, I feel like everything's changing on me, dude. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. How to sound like a Christian at your next Bible study. Refer to the prophecy of the suffering servant and cite Isaiah 50 discussing. Yep, you're right. You're right. Oh, dude, I done assaulted Goombella, bro. You're right. You're right. That's how you sound like a Christian, homies, all right? If you do that in an actual church, though, they're going to be confused and they're going to think you're probably blaspheming, homies. Be careful. I like the water. It's pretty fire. I love the design of this game, by the way. What's this? What the heck is that? Got a multi-bounce badge. Attack multiple foes in order with properly executed actions. Oh, that's cool. I remember sharing a verse from Isaiah 50 disgusting and it kept getting deleted. I was trying to figure out why, then I realized it was because he had yeah, I felt so bad too. I think I remember that. I was like, guys, I probably need to make an exception for Christian stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Or for biblical things anyway, just in case. See, the old Left Behind movies had Kirk Cameron. The newer one has Nicolas Cage. Is that a bit or is this true? Wait, they actually have Nicolas Cage. I have to watch it, dude. I gotta see them both. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that Nicolas Cage is in a... I want to watch all Nicolas Cage movies. I really do. Because it just... I really feel like they're just hilarious movies. You know what I mean? They should have had Nicolas Cage in the Minecraft movie, y'all. Yahoo! I'm sorry, Goombella. You gotta be careful. It's a dangerous place out here. You're literally drowning. Goombella, save yourself. You're breathing in the water. You're not a freaking fish. Breathe, homie, breathe. Dude, it fits so well because of how echoey the place is.
All right, dude. It says, where could the sunstone and moonstone be? Let's move on for now.
I do remember also one time, I don't know if it's in Revelation Road, but I remember they had a guy on the TV screen and he was talking about how, like, there was a lot of different people in a debate session about, like, what's happening. People were claiming aliens, and then there was one pastor who was, like, really guilty and said that this was God and that, like, I had a lack of belief and this is what's going on. Bro, I'm putting these homies to sleep, bro. Goombella and Mario need to have a revelation of Christ, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. They're sleeping while we're having a conversation. I can't believe this, dude. I do think that is funny, though, that they fall asleep when being idle. That's kind of cool. Dude, Goombella's gonna drown, homies. She's too small to breathe underwater. So far, the only the book movie thing that I've seen was, like, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe for Chronicles of Narnia. I think that one did a pretty decent job. Like, and it was really cool is they added things to it that were actually really cool that I wish were in the book. Like that's kind of cool to, like, see, like, dude, I wish this was in the book. I wish the line where Aslan says, "Don't recite that magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written," was in the freaking book, but it wasn't. And I'm like, dude, and that's such a big line. People say that line to this day. Like, it's such a big line, you know? 2000s Narnia movies were so good. I agree. I've only watched the first one. I mean, I've watched the first one originally in the past, but reading the book and then watching it, I was like, okay, like, you could read the book and still have a great time, and you could watch the movie and still have a great time. Granted, they're both different, like, on a big level, but they're both different in good ways. Like, it's like, when you're watching the movie, you get to see the war. That's freaking cool. Like, seeing the war is awesome, you know? In the movie, what do you call it? There's a good interaction between Edmund and Mr. Hummus. No, not Hummus. Something close to Hummus. And that's also really good that's not in the book, right? So there are some really cool things that they do in the book or in the movie that make it really approachable, like, you know, if you read the book or if you watch the movie. So there are good Tumnus, not Hummus, sorry. Mr. Tumnus, yeah. Death Battle, Mr. Tumnus. Yeah, dude, that'd be great. Mr. Hummus versus Mr. Tumnus. Dude, don't watch out, dude. Don't let Mr. Tumnus eat Mr. Hummus, because if he eats it, his Mr. Tumnus is gonna start hurting, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I do like. There's some things in the book that I like versus the movie. Like, there's some things like when Mr. Tumnus is crying in The Handkerchief, for example. Like, they make, like, the way C.S. Lewis writes it, he writes it in such a way where he's crying so much that the rag is, like, you know, pouring so much, you know? And you can't really convey that with a movie, but, like, it's still really good either way. Like, I think if you read the book, you have a better implication of Christ, though. Like, I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. Obviously, you know, the movie is still cool, but, like, you see the conveying of Christ in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe because of how C.S. Lewis writes Aslan and says something like, He says something in regards to like that Aslan is so strong that he could have wiped the floor with anybody there, but he willingly gave himself up, which I just thought was really cool. Saying he had these big claws that could have ripped them to shreds and stuff like that, but chose not to, just so he could save the life of Edmund, which I thought was really cool. I was like, yeah, that's meekness. That's humbling. That's what Christ is, you know. So it's cool stuff. You can kind of get that visually with the movie, but hearing it being written or seeing it written out is more based on it, you know.
Why won't you answer me?
I just blasted y'all's eardrums. I love that meme so much. It's such a good meme. I saw it one day and I was like, I have got to keep that meme. That is a good meme. And it's Papyrus from Undertale, bro. It's very easy to paint God and the Bible very black and white. And there are some things in the Bible that are black and white. But here's the thing, right? God is not just informational. He's not just a bundle of facts. And I know a lot of people are probably like, you know, they like to think on the factual and they're like, okay, well, this is this, this is this, and this is this. And I'm like, here's the thing, right? I may be able to not recite the exact scripture, but I know what the Bible says, right? And it's like, that's what's important about that is that, you know, a lot of people just really want the whole fact system to read and stuff like that. And there's people who are built on stuff like that, but it's important to be careful and like not being too legalistic to the point to where your brain's just like, well, everything's just cut clear. Nothing in life is cut clear. There are a couple things that are, and there's a couple things that aren't, you know? When I try to do a Bible in the year plan, I realized I just couldn't do it. It's not that I like didn't want to do it. It's just I couldn't do it. Like my mind and the way that I am, it's not possible. So yeah, definitely don't feel bad about that as well, homie. A lot of people are probably like will probably try to tell you legalistically how to live your relationship with God and how you should do this. Don't listen to those people, right? At the end of the day, here's the thing: is, you know, I'm not trying to say like, yes, you can get help from other people. But like, be careful of like who you're talking to as well, because oftentimes people want to just throw their life on top of you and just be like, well, just do it the way I do it, bro. And it's like, sometimes it just isn't the case. Some people can read 5 chapters a day. Congratulations. I freaking can't. That's a lie. I did today. But like every day I don't do that. Right. So it's like, you know, like just be careful with how you are, you know, and who you talk to in that regard. And some people mean it out of a good heart. I don't think people mean it in bad ways, but that it is a good way to get into legalism and to not take your relationship with God seriously. Like, you know, oftentimes people will be like, well, if you actually just read the Bible in a year, you'd be taking God seriously. No matter how fast you read the Bible, it doesn't matter how fast you read it. Yes. Should you read every day? Yes. Do you have to read so much scripture in a day? No. Like, I mean, you know, people have got jobs, people have lives, all these different things. Bring the Bible with you. Take your time reading the Bible, but don't feel like you have to force yourself to be like this kind of like conglomerate of like following this, like, you know, this set system that people have, because at the end of the day, like, your relationship with God is dictated by you and God. It's not dictated by other people. And God's not a vending machine. Doesn't matter how fast you read this. I could read this in a year and my relationship with God probably wouldn't even improve. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, different people, you know, different people, different steeple, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but yeah. Let's see. For me, I started with a chapter a day, starting with the New Testament, which I would recommend if you have no idea where to start. Yeah, definitely. Like, that was something for me too, is that like I had some homies tell me, Derpy, you know what? You're reading these other books way too much over the Bible. I'm like, and you know, in my mind, I was like, well, they're about the Bible, so it's fine. But the reality is that like it did help me. I had multiple homies tell me that like it'd be better to read the Bible than to read things about the Bible, and it did help me. So I'm thankful for that, you know. But like, yeah, I've had people also talk about their like systems and stuff about they've read the Bible, and I'm like, no, I don't agree with that, you know. And I definitely have ticked people off about that. I've made people angry when I've talked about that, because it's like, here's the thing. You can tell how attached people are to some things that they shouldn't be to when they get mad at you for something as simple as saying, I'm not going to read the Bible in a year. So you got to be careful with like who you're hanging around, and making sure you're not like adapting like a legalistic mindset to your relationship with God. So, yeah, I do think it's good to also read through the Bible. I'm still reading through the Bible. I still got 3 other books for the most part to read. and then I'm done. But like, there's stuff I miss, you know what I mean? And yeah, picking through it, think about why it says this, or go do some research, you know, write some notes. It's pretty cool. I recommend getting a study Bible too if you don't have one. That's why mine looks like a brick, just letting you know. And I also added these tabs because I don't know how to open up things to scripture. So I have these tabs in here. I have tabs on the pages and stuff. Study Bible is really good. I'm going to try to do the Old Testament in a year because I'm a good bit through it. That's okay. Yeah, I think that's fine too. I don't know how long it would take Old Testament wise through a year. I think at least with my reading, I know that like New Testament easily could be done through a year. Old Testament, possible. I think so. It just depends on your reading speed, and it's up to you on that. You know what I mean? See, I've tried doing the Bible in a year and gave up after a few months, sadly. Hey, and you know what? I do better while going at my own pace. Exactly. I agree completely. Like, here's the thing is that, like, you know, going a forced pace isn't helpful. Now, granted, obviously, if you're being lazy, going at a forced pace is going to help you get out of being lazy. But if you're not being lazy and if it's a lot to go on, well, here's the thing: you can digest better when you're in a better mindset about things too. You know, so it's not an excuse to be lazy, but it's an excuse to just say, hey, I'm better at my own pace, and to force yourself to be in an own pace. I gave up a Bible reading in a Bible year plan probably, I want to say 3 days into it. I know it's kind of funny to say. It's like I realized I can't just sit there and read that while I'm doing all this other stuff. Like I can read the Bible and I can make sure that I'm reading the Bible throughout the day in my day. I can't sit there and just legalistically read through the Bible and just try to read through it just because all of my peers are doing it. You know what I mean? Like it's not something I'm on board with. You know, my church does the same thing. I'm gonna be real with you. So if anyone's like, Derpy, you're putting me on blast. Don't do that, Derpy. That hurts my feelings. It's like, brother, or sister, depending on who you are. My church does this and I don't agree with them. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, a lot of people do it, but like, it's not a thing. It's like, I'm generally pointing that out as a problem, So yeah, definitely. Going at your own pace, I think is important, Yeah, some days I can get through a few chapters, but some days it just feels like a checklist and not time with God. Yeah. And that's what it does. That's what stuff like that does, is it creates like a checklist feeling, So just to let you know, I want to encourage you just to be able to, to take your time with the things going on, We're going to continue. What the heck is that creature? That must be the fuzzy Ubu was talking about, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Kill it, bro. I murdered it, bro. I didn't murder nothing. Oh, this is multi-bounce. Okay, attacked multiple foes in order. Dude, let's do it, bro. All right, let's go. Boom. Boom. Oh, I messed up. Okay, hey, I did it. I got the first one, though, so that's pretty sick. Nice. That's a fuzzy. What a hyper little guy, huh? Cut back on the caffeine. Real, bro. Cut off the caffeine, homies. Those things suck up your HP and use it to replenish their own. Isn't that the worst? Bro, I didn't know that. I mean, ew. Doesn't that just sound totally gross? Anyway, sounds like you need to use guard action command whenever they release you. Okay. Thank you for the another cheese as well. That's some crazy stuff. Cheese for everyone and cheese. All right, let's go. Let's be careful, homies. Crud. I should have guarded. I didn't mean to guard. No, I got a guard. Okay, I guarded there. Homie's trying to eat my HP right now, homies. We're going to do multi-jump again. Let's go, homies. Let's go. Boom. I butchered that hardcore. Oh, my gosh. Head bonk. Whoop. Boom. Boom. Get wrecked, Sonny Jim. Gosh dang it. I'm bad at this. I ain't going to lie. I can't nail it right. I got to nail it where the finger goes. Okay, I'm great with Goombella. I can do it with Goombella. Yo, we got a lot of coins right there. A lot of star points. I like his thumb. Wait, I got to get my goggles on. Homies, I'm out here faking my character right now, y'all. Y'all, I'm out here slacking right now. Boom. Overkill. That's right. That's right. I killed Yoshi. Sorry, bro. What is that? He just took half of Goombella's health. That's cringe. I murdered that Koopa because he's cringe. Get wrecked, Sonny Goombella. Really, bro. Real. You're right, bro. What the? Dude. There's the thingy. There's the thingy. All right, can I use this on Goombella? Use this on Goombella. Dude, sick. Let's touch this. I got the moonstone. That's a mystical stone shaped like the moon. Bro, what is that? I got attacked by a fuzzy freaking freaker. All right, dude. Oh my gosh. I can't flee this fight. We've got to be gamers, homies. Let's go. Don't let them touch us. Oh, they're already touching me. I ain't gonna lie. Don't let them touch us. All right, I'm gonna freaking die. I'm gonna freaking die. I'm not good at this. What am I doing, homies? I'm so bad. Homies, I am so bad, bro. I am so bad. All right, dude, we got this. Let's go. Jump on this fuzzy freak's face. There we go. We got it, dude. We got it, homies. We got it. We're gonna be gamers. I don't know how that happened, but I did it because I'm a legend. I'm gonna freaking die. What is bro doing? Dude, thank you. I appreciate... Dude, bro is helping out. Bro, thanks, Shy Guy. I appreciate that, dude. I'm gonna die. We got it, homies. Anybody ate cactus cheese on a Saturday, Sunday? What's a Saturday, Sunday? Cactus cheese? I must say, that is a delicacy I've never had the pleasure to taste. I hear it's a pretty interesting pleasure to taste. Or delicacy, I mean. Yeah, I feel like you could find cheese in a cactus. Apparently, you can find water in a cactus, so that's pretty cool to me. Dude, I leveled up. Oh my gosh. All right, homies. Everybody's here to say hello. Hi, everybody. I'm leveling up, homies. All right, let's see. BP. Give me that HP, bro. Yeah, dude, he can't handle it. Couldn't handle it. We're walking around. Bro, get the heck over here. You want to fight me, bro? That's right, bro. I got a freaking hammer. All right, we're going to do the multiple jump thing. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah! We're gamers, guys. That was sick. All right, I got to block this guy when he does it. I messed up. I am so bad. I got to do it before it happens. I got to push A before it happens. Get wrecked, Sonny Jim. We got skills that pay the bills. I don't know what this is, but all right.
Speed trap ahead.
I didn't know that's how it worked. I'd never seen that in my entire life, homies. Woo, boop. All right, so I gotta get it on the right thing. There it is. Let's go over here. Is there a mushroom in that? Okay, I might have to use these. I ain't gonna lie. Let's start using these items. A mystical shaped stone shaped like the sun. We gotta fight, bro. All right, here we go. All right, let's do multi-bounce, because if we do... Oh, crud. Get out of here, you freak. All right, let's do multi-bounce. Let's try it this time. All right, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah, I was sick. All right. And let's get rid of this guy with the item, because he seems like he is a danger. Gosh dang it, we about to die. I'm going to die, homies. I'm going to get myself killed. They're going to murder me like crazy. No. I did it too early. They're going to kill me. That guy's going to kill me in particular. He's going to murder us all. He's going to kill us all. I'm pushing A. I'm pushing A and it's doing nothing. Okay, let's be careful again. I hate this. All right, I'm going to have to do something different. I don't know what I'm doing, homies. Why can't I block it? I thought I could guard this. All right, we can still do this. Okay, I need to... let me push B. Maybe I do a better job with B. I'm going to die. I am going to die. Unless this guy helps me out, I guess. He murdered half my audience. Whoa. I didn't know I could do this. Okay, I'm going to spam as much as I can. This is kind of sick. I ain't going to... Oh, I did a doo-doo cheese thing. Okay. I need to use that from now on. That's actually very cool. I gotta do that. I'm so going to get killed, though. Okay, I for sure... I thought I did that. I don't know. I thought I blocked it. Okay, okay. I have to dodge it. Okay. So there's no way to, like, block it. You have to dodge it whenever it goes. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, go, 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 go. All right, here we go. We got it. Hold on. Let's go. We got him. We got him. We got him, boys. We them boys. All right, let's go. Bro reminds me of a Zimbabwean man named Katorse, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let's beat this guy to the ground, Goombella. Let's kill this freak, bro. This dumb freak of nature. Mario's on his last breath. He's gotta live. This game is harder than I thought, homies. This made me think of that. Oh, no. Mjork. Hey, you suspicious types. This is our place, and coming in here is rude, rude, rude. Sorry, suckers. If you want a warm welcome, too bad. Now I lunch on your head. Dude, Yoshi didn't want that to happen, bro. Poor Yoshi, bro. Yoshi was not okay with that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All right. Powerfully smash a foe. Let's go for it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All right. There we go. I did a big slam. Meowth? Hey, ow, you chumps are tougher than you look. But I'm not through yet. Everyone, get him! What the heck just happened? I only did one attack on this guy. I'm going to freaking die. What the heck? Let's use an item, homies. I'm gonna burn these freaks alive. That's right, you smelly freaks. Die! Die, you freaking freaks. Yeah, that's right, bro. I'm gonna die. Bro, Goombella's gonna die, bro. Dude, Goombella's a legend. Oh my gosh, I was blocking them all with Goombella except for one. Oh my gosh. Oh. Why are they hurting my girl Goombella? I couldn't see him inside the mess. Okay. Okay, I got lucky. No, please. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die, homies. Homies, I don't think I can handle this. Dude, neither can Yoshi, bro. All right, all right. We can't use our special. Okay, we've scared the homies away. You know what? Let's see what this mystery does. Is that gonna hurt us? Okay. Oh, dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Dude, that mystery probably shouldn't have been used, but you know what? I don't mind. We got out of that easily. You got me. You got me. I'm gonna die. Dude, these fuzzies got nothing on us, dude. The chuzzles really be out here doing something random, bro. Well, I guess we gotta save. I gotta heal, man. I need to heal. Your boy is in danger right now.
Hiya, homies. I got a Patreon now. If you'd like to support any of the majestic content that you see here at all, please go check it out. It'll also be linked in the description as well. Anyways, I appreciate y'all, and you'll have a good rad time, and thank you for watching the video, homies. See ya, homies. Whoa, whoa, whoa.